Hello and welcome to Eye of the World, Ashala Yardley's YouTube channel. You are tuning in today live with myself, Ashala, and my lovely daughter.
Crystal,
Yay!
as you can see.
Yes.
Hello, community.
Hello,
Welcome.
everyone.
It's been a busy chat already this morning.
It
We've
has
got
been
lots
a
of
busy
people
chat.
popping in. Ricky's here, Yvonne, and we see that Lupo came on to say hello and is off to eat tapas.
Oh, yum!
Yeah, Lupo's in the UK, so
It's
he's off
nighttime.
to eat tapas there. We're just
Yeah.
we're
just
finishing
rubbing the
breakfast.
sleep out of our eyes here on the West Coast. Yeah.
Hello, Leo.
Hi, everybody.
Laura, Janice.
We're actually using our mic that's in our camera today because I forgot to plug the computer in and we don't have an extra port with the other mic plugged in. So it might sound a little bit tinny today. Apologies. We just didn't want the computer to die in the middle of the show.
We wanted to give you a full show, not just like, oh,
yeah.
I'm running out. So here we are.
And we're looking at your questions as always, and we have some great questions coming in right from the get-go.
We do.
Shall we start with Early Morn's question that she sent to us?
Early Morn sent us this. Here's a topic you may have been feeling. The title says it all. So there's a link to the show that she's speaking of, and the title is How Can I Feel Deeply Hopeful and Deeply Discouraged at the Same Time? And this is a Chiron channeling here. So gosh, can we ever speak to that?
And we're hearing it, we're feeling it ourselves. So many people around us are feeling that. And it does feel to me a little bit like that leg in both worlds where we are still in the dissemination of the old. We're going to be in that probably to some degree for the rest of our lifetimes.
Yeah.
But this real, I want to say the real down to business energy of 2025 and into the first few weeks of 2026, the wood snake. We've talked about it a lot. If anyone that doesn't know much about it, it's the Chinese year of the wood snake that transitions in on February 17th to the fire horse. One of the biggest transitions in the 60-year zodiac, Chinese zodiac, because we go from letting go of all the old, doing a deep pruning of ourselves, our lives, our physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies, our collective bodies, our timelines. Everything gets put through the wash and spin cycle. And what's left afterwards is what is healthy and able to be reborn in the year of the fire horse. And what is still stuck, anything that we haven't completely released, is going to really weigh us down in 2026. So this energy of feeling both deeply hopeful, meaning, or deeply inspired, we're already feeling the quickening that comes with the fire horse energy. And we're seeing, as Crystal's friend called it, lanterns in the tunnel.
Yeah, I mean, this is not a light at the end of the tunnel. We're not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel because the tunnel is our life, right? Like we're here to be in the tunnel of the human experience, but there is lights along the way to guide us and see, the direction with which we're meant to take next. And
we feel like a lot of them. We're seeing more lights in the tunnel, right?
Exactly. And we're really being invited right now to hold the duality of the full spectrum beings that we're capable of being. Will require that we become really familiarized, I think, with great emotion on both ends of the spectrum, because the ends of the spectrum are there. It is a part of our humanity. It's a part of the experience of being here. So if we can really learn to be masterful in both of them, rather than just shunning the difficult stuff or turning away from it or pushing it under the rug like we've been taught to do in the past and encouraged to do in the past, we really feel actually the potency and the power in harnessing these emotions and these feelings, these processes, without either of them being the full truth of who we are.
Yeah.
So,
and those two extremes, it's sort of like 11:59 and 12:01, like they meet pretty close. Extremity has a way of being actually mirrored with its opposite very poignantly, and that's what we're feeling right now, is that potent mirroring of so positive, so hopeful, so inspired, so present and connected with source and life and our divine beings, and also as a result of that, being so incredibly aware of the toxicity and feeling it in every cell of our being and every part of ourselves, and going, oh, I can't stand this anymore. It's like that skin that we've outgrown and we got to bust out of it. So we're in that last phase, the hardest phase of the transition in these next few weeks. So let's look at how can we do this at the same time. Shall we look at the cards? And
yeah, let's shuffle on it. I'm bringing up a couple of comments, and let's go ahead and start. Shannon says, that's absolutely happening to me right now, leaving a toxic relationship and moving on with my daughters to break our generational trauma so they don't repeat the cycle. Right?
Amazing. Yeah.
Well done to you. It's big work. And now's the time that we're showing up for these big decisions in our life. We're aching for the old and like new toddlers for the new, grieving for those still not on the bandwagon, but joyous for what we feel and see growing in front of us. Absolutely.
Yep. Thanks, Lovey. There we go. We're ready with our beautiful sparkly crystal. Oh, it's just is so potent, this one. So I will pull, what do you think? 3 cards on?
Yeah, let's both shuffle on it here. And then
how does it not make you feel like you're going crazy, right? It makes you feel a bit crazy.
I feel like I would kind of think 3 piles of 3, where we could go the
old.
What? Yeah. So I was thinking more the challenge, the joy, and the alchemy of the two together.
Beautiful.
Essentially, right?
Love it.
Which was like Early Morn was saying up here. Oh, we've got so many comments. There we go. Deeply hopeful and deeply discouraged at the same time. And these can be, this is just one example of the spectrum of emotions, the two sides of that scale, hopeful and discouraged at the same time. And there's many other emotions that can fit into those different sides.
Just gazing at this crystal, and this is a type of divination where you gaze at something and it starts to kind of give you messages, and just looking at this, like all the different facets of reality create beauty and wonder and mystery, and yet it's all fractured, right? It's all blended together in this mysterious way. All right. 3 piles.
3 piles.
3 piles of 3 is what you're asking, Crystal. Yeah, let's do that. So you called it, the first 3 are going to be, what did you say? The challenge?
The challenge. I did it backwards. So we're going to stick to it.
The challenge.
Yeah.
The joy. Oh, the joy is that. Oh, another major arcana. Oh,
interesting.
Okay. Oh, I got some interesting thoughts on that. The challenge, the joy, and the alchemy in the middle. Oh, wow. Wow.
Interesting.
Really interesting.
Okay.
Fascinating.
Okay.
Go for it, kiddo. You go first.
Yeah, well, it's much as I suspected, actually. So the challenge comes up because we're really being called into like I said, re-strategizing what challenge is actually there for. We're learning how to work with with our challenges in a new way to build strength without going into reaction with it first and foremost so much. Like there's the hangman being there is coming in and saying, give the challenge time, allow it to come into you and develop your strength. It's like that which doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? So it's allowing the challenge to come in and to really work with both sides of it. She's got the like taming the challenge kind of thing. She's got the both sides of the spectrum going on. And so then with the joy, with the blessing and the encouragement, the hopefulness, I mean, it's definitely there. We're working with a lot of karmic contracts that bring this up, and with that justice piece there. And it's interesting the way that we are around joy. I keep hearing things like this messy card here is that it's that we're almost a little bit messy with our expectations of feeling good on this planet. Like rather than actually really working with the karmic contracts and with our contract in this lifetime to go into the deep healing, we tend to be sourcing our joy through external forces. And it's like the external pleasures of life. Like look over here and find your joy, or look over here and feel better. And actually we've been missing a little bit of the deeper alchemy of learning how to work with the full spectrum of it.
Well, it gets into that whole, we are used to indulging in joy that has been more or less harvested from outside of us, as Crystal's saying, like, indulging in the pleasures of the sensory experience, or even, sort of addictions, because this card can relate to addictions. It's also, have you ever noticed when you get what you wish for, it's often so overwhelming. It's actually stressful. I've been saying that a lot. It's, people say, wow, I want this. Like, I want to win $80 million. You know how stressful it would be to be responsible for $80 million right now? Like everything that's a win, it also presents us with a whole new, I want to say, they're saying carpet bag full of possibilities. And we're not as good, as Crystal was saying, we're not as good at integrating the positive.
Yeah.
We automatically go out of gear when too many positive things happen. So
we're also continuously waiting for the other shoe to drop when positive things happen, right? It's like, oh wow, soon can we get back to this? Because there's like,
it's safe knowing that all we have to do is rely on ourselves and work. So it's this, we are in this, both the deeply hopeful, but also discouraged. And interesting that in all three of these, there's timing. The Temperance represents timing. 8 of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune represent timing, and the Hangman represents timing.
Yeah, and it has to be your own timing.
Slow and steady.
Yeah.
Balance, right? We have 2 balancing acts going on here with the positive. We've got the karmic balance, and the alchemical or emotional balance are necessary, or we get thrown off even by the positive. So I've been shown this over the years often in my own life, where I think I'm ready for something and the universe doesn't give it to me. And after, a few months or years later, I look back and think, well, if I'd got that then, I would have probably made a bit of a mess with it, right? I was probably not quite ready for it, and the universe knew that. So it's like we're being tested, but also deepened so that we can experience more joy. And then how do we alchemize that in the middle, Crystal?
Yeah, it's a very interesting to me. You can't do it in the way that anybody else is doing it. Like, I
Ooh.
think we do a lot of comparisons. Well, this person has this figured out, and maybe I should be more like that. And there's a lot right now that is like not going to let you think your way through it. It's not going to let you control the outcome so much. It's going to be more about um, allowing yourself to take the journey of what comes up in all of the emerging moments. And it's your
Mhm.
own path, it's your own this Eight of Cups here, this human is setting out to find the ninth cup, which is like all of their wishes fulfilled, right? And so the ninth cup the path will unfold for you with this wheel of fortune. You can't plan that out.
You can't.
It's
You
just
gotta take
like
one step,
you got to let it go, and everybody's going to have an opinion.
and everyone's on a slightly different path. It's
Yeah.
almost like we're all designing our own mythological kind of fairy tale. And what do fairy tales have in them? You know, you go out on a quest, you have to you just get given the next piece. You don't know where you're going to end up. You don't know what's going to happen.
Mm.
When I look at this, it reminds me, because the question or the answer that this was providing was, how do we alchemize this, this balance between discouragement and hopefulness? And this always reminds me of the analogy of, I think it's in Lord of the Rings, where they have those, they have to send a message and they light the fires at the top of the mountains, and you look across and you
Mm.
see all these tops of the mountains getting lit with the fire. Well, I often think about the guys that live up in those mountaintop, fire alert stations, where they could live up there for 20, 30, 40 years, like, or, have long stints that they spend up there guarding that, making sure everything's ready to light. If you see the light and the next mountain over, your pyre is ready to go. Like, you're prepared every day, month in, month out, year in, year out. It may go through a whole lifetime where you never have to light that fire, but you're ready. And then the moment that you're called, you're ready. You're not sleeping and going, well, it's been 30 years and nothing happened. You're going, I got it ready and I'm going to do my part. It's my moment to shine. It's my moment to light my pyre. And that's what this is like. We just don't know. The minute you think it's all game over, you're going to look across and go, oh, they're ready for me. Light it up.
This is interesting here too, because we've got the Seven of Cups in the joy and the Eight of Cups in the alchemy. So I often say that when chaos and challenge comes in, it's your messenger for an upgrade. It's also the joy. It's like don't stop there. Like
Oh, yeah.
it's oftentimes when we're in joy, we can be a little bit more indulgent, or just kind of like let the joy run wild. I do that. So and keep building the momentum with it. Use it to bring in that balance point where you trust that the challenge is going to come up again, and that there will be discouragement and fear, and that point in the middle is going to continue to lead you on your path to the ninth cup, to your highest possible timeline.
Look at the numerology in this as well. We've got 2 sevens, 7 of cups, 7 of swords, 2 eights, 8 of cups. The 8 strength card is number 8. We've got 1 9, 9 of swords, and a 10, the wheel of fortune. All of those are in the higher numbers. Like, they're up in the 7, 8, 9, 10, not the small little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers. So what this tells me is that we are in the higher level of development. This is working on more masterful actualization and integration of our life experience. This is not like, primary school. We are in higher education, higher learning.
Deep now.
Yeah.
Here we go.
The University of Life.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Thank you, Early Morn. What a great way to start us off here.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we'll go to the first question in this show. The name Edgar Cayce, what does that say to you? He is the sleeping prophet and was known for his psychic diagnosing.
Yeah, I've followed Edgar Cayce's work on and off over the years. I have heard different things about him, different speculations, which side he was on. Was he, a good guy? Was he a not so good guy? Was he in both camps? What does the name mean to us? And maybe even is there some relevance with his teachings at this time? That's what I'd like to ask. I'm very neutral with him, and similar to what I often say about the message and the messenger. Instead of saying, well, I follow this guide or this guru or this, enlightened one, I follow messages that resonate with my heart. So if they come through my heart and warm my whole being from, the inside out, with their ringing true to me today, that message is good for me. I don't concern myself as much about where it came from. Therefore, Edgar Cayce could have done amazing things and had some really powerful messages, and he could have done some not so great things and had some distorted messages. And I don't need to discard all his beautiful messages because he might not have been 100%. Nobody's 100%, by the way. Christ consciousness is 77.7. So I'm able to hold him. It's that neutrality we were talking about earlier, that I'm more interested in his messages and how they resonate.
Before you lay down there, I feel we have a lot of questions, so let's just do 3 cards. And,
okay.
And
oh, look at this. Back to strength. Almost the same cards, and you saw us shuffling. Oh,
hey, there's the 9 of Cups we were talking about.
Yeah. So, yeah, he worked with a lot of energy, and he became quite masterful through his life. And a lot of his messages were before their time. They've been waiting, and within this next 9 months, 9 years, a lot of them are going to come into relevance. We're going to see a resurgence of interest. And again, if I can direct you all to not be as fixated on good, bad, right, wrong, who's the messenger, are they 100% true and pure? Let's allow that to just be on the side and look at the quality of the messages.
Yeah, interesting. The sleeping prophet too, like with this, like the being before his time, and it's interesting to me that these two were in the pile that were the challenge before, but this was the result of what we were heading towards with the alchemy together. So it says to me in that he was really cultivating, working with both sides and creating that balance that we were talking about, with that strength card coming, being the balance point. And so his teachings, if it resonates with you, may be something that could support you in exactly what we were just talking about, and working with the duality. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you, Yvonne. Always excited to support other intuitives too. It's such a beautiful gift. And I believe he, held a beacon for people in later generations who wanted to develop their intuition.
Okay, so Leo doesn't really have a question, but wanted to make a point here. Quantum jumping is a practice using visualization and mindset shifts to access alternative versions of yourself in parallel universes, creating rapid personal growth. So let's have a look at what we need to know about quantum jumping.
Wow. All right. Shuffle on that, my dear. Apologies if it's tinny sounding. Like I said earlier, we've got the the good old mic on.
I mean,
not
this is
new
the one I use for my show.
Oh, maybe fine.
We're just
Quantum
coming back to our basics.
jumping.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So it can be timeline, space, dimensional space, time and space dimensionals, accessing alternative versions of yourself, parallel universes. What do we need to know about this?
What are you intuiting?
I'm kind of open.
I mean, like in terms of a spread.
Oh, 3 cards again.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my. Okay. Huh.
Wow.
So interesting. It looks like there was a lot of that done. I feel like in the Atlantean epoch, they did a lot of experimenting with time travel, timeline, quantum jumping, and they ripped some holes, dimensional holes, because they pushed it too far.
Mm.
And so we've been kind of in a time out with
Interesting.
quantum jumping.
Yeah.
When we bring it back, I feel as though what I'm hearing through the ethers, through my guidance awareness, is that it's just like anything else. If you're doing it to like go, wow, look what I can do, this is amazing, and I'm gonna get ahead on things, I'm gonna have an advantage, I'm going to like live longer, or I mean, not that living longer isn't a very positive contribution, but if it's too ego driven, it can actually drive I want to say tears in the fabric of time, which is really unfortunate, and it makes it a lot harder for the ones that come after you to have to go repair those tears before they can do that experiential process. So the time coming, we're going to be doing it almost exclusively for the purpose of healing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's going to be very much about
You're going to get the
repair
call,
first.
You're going to need to go, and especially like as we see that this quite often lends to medical as well with this cross here. So it's like receiving the call from your ancestry, past lives, and that it has to be about the healing path in your, like on your frequency bandwidth that is connected to your ancestry and your past lives. It's not to go and mess with other dimensions and, like you said, to get a leg up on like, ooh, I know the next future thing that's coming and I can master it before you, like, it's definitely needs to be about your own journey of healing.
And interesting that actually it feels as though a big part of what we're going to be doing, perhaps even in the next 40 years, 20 to 40 years, is repairing those timeline tears. Because again, they got a little carried away back in the olden times, and it feels like it stopped being very accessible about 3,000 years ago, but for about 10,000 years before that, it was getting worse and worse and worse, where they kind of, they being us, earlier versions of us.
Yeah.
And so we're basically working with those earlier versions of us or future versions of us to heal that, what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was a lot about manipulating the power of the mind as well. Like these are two very mind-centered cards. So it was like utilizing the higher intelligence that had been gained without, like, it wasn't necessarily coming from the heart. It was coming from the mind more and the higher intelligence more.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when it disrupted the heart.
So we're actually going in without needing to know anything other than we're there to do healing and repair work, is what I'm hearing. So
We got it. Interesting.
mhm.
Okay, thanks, Leo. Okay, next.
Now for something completely
Completely
different.
different.
Back to the world of daytime politics. It's like daytime television, isn't it?
Totally.
So Scott Moe, if those of you that don't know, for us here in Canada, he is the Premier of Saskatchewan. He is a conservative Premier, right-leaning, and our Prime Minister, not our president. I'm so used to saying the word president,
Right.
doing all this US politics. Our Prime Minister, Carney, made a statement last week where he literally used the word New World Order, which created quite a ripple in our community, as you can imagine. So the question is Scott Moe involved in the New World Order that Carney spoke of? Couldn't see his face very well in the news clip. So he was present, couldn't get a read on his response. How in the pocket of the Liberal Prime Minister is this conservative, Premier of the province of Saskatchewan, and what is his role? Is he involved? So how do we want to do that? Like, should we put his involvement here or his independence from it on this side? I feel kind of like we need to
Two
look at,
piles.
two
Yeah,
piles. So involvement, how involved is he? Okay. And then how independent of it is he? This would indicate, is he kind of playing both sides? Okay. That's interesting because both this card, Six of Swords, moving out of troubled water to better waters ahead, it feels like it's very, it's a lot of power politics and manipulative politics. This King of Cups, badly aspected, is a master manipulator. And he would be technically considered a more liberal king than, say, the King of Pentacles or the King of Wands, because he's the king in the emotional realm. So that would be considered more of the passive aggressive liberal shadow side. So it feels like he's been walking that tightrope, because this guy can be considered a tightrope walker, this Nine of Wands. He's trying to complete this phase and go on to a new, he's fenced in by all these wands, and he's got one wand left, and he's got to go in a new direction. And this is about going in a new direction. So I think he's been kind of walking the tightrope for quite a while. And he's really working to get into a new direction. Now look at this. Two world cards. This one has a world in it. It has two wands. This one is the world, and she's holding two wands. So there's a lot with these two about seeing the bigger picture, the bird's eye view. And in the bird's eye view, he is working. Now, is this the negative version of the New World Order or the positive version? Is he working on a new design? So I think this is the old version of the New World Order, and he's heading to this new version. That's what I'm reading of that. Do you want more clarification?
I think 3 more cards.
On this side?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I was feeling too. Oh. Ooh. Huh. Okay.
I mean, to me, like, depending on how this was aspected, right, would tell us where he's going with that. And to me, he is working especially because of the children.
Yeah, it feels like he's kind of playing both sides a little bit.
Yeah.
But I do feel like he's more, he's more invested in building something different.
Yeah. It's like kind of like keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Again, it RFK has to deal with this as well, right? Like he's really in juggling, having to work both sides, but still making moves, right? So, this guy here, it's like he has to be really aware of, you know, what he's restructuring around. What his development requires, this new sort of new world order,
the new
world order, because we have it too, right? We're developing a new world. We're developing new world systems.
Yeah, our platform is called Eye of the World.
You know, so it's like that
the
is
new world, not the new world.
And this does speak to me of unity. This does speak to me of community and working together, building something that especially that's empowering
and a legacy for the children.
Yeah.
Like this is a long time, and this is a long game as well.
Yeah.
This is an old game, and this is a long game on this side. So I would say that he's...
How did I get that on there?
What? Oh, wrong one. Couldn't see his face very well in the news. But yeah, he probably did look a little bit disturbed. But I do feel like he's...
Yeah, Alberti said, I thought he responded with shock. That was my perception. He tried not to though. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and from what I gather about, you know, the cabal deep state is that when they give a what is it called? I'm trying to remember the names of things. When they say something that is revealing their plan outwardly, that is not a calm. You know what I mean? It's called something where they are basically saying, we've already succeeded in that. That's why we can say it. Or we're about to make a move. That's why we can use that word. So I think for Scott, that was a signal. It was, it's signaling, right? It's a signal that they're about to make a move because they're basically declaring it outwardly. They have to declare it before they can do it.
Yeah.
It's because we have to have heard it. This is the law, the part of the law of how their program, the matrix works, is that you have to declare what you're about to do. And if nobody challenges you and stops you, then that's basically, we've given them our acquisition. Yeah.
Okay, that's a whole other topic. Here we are. Next question.
Soul ray. What ray?
We all have a soul ray. My curiosity is, what ray of souls are mostly on Earth? From ray 1 to 7, which ray is most predominant on Earth?
It reminds me of Rainbow Man, that book I used to read. Do you remember? He came in on all the rays. The 7 rainbow rays.
Can I ask something? I had a question because you call the 9 of Wands the tightrope walker, and I call the 7 of Wands the tightrope walker.
It's totally fine.
I suppose to me that he starts at the 7 and he's kind of tightrope walking the rest of the way.
Probably
a little bit, because he's got his foot in both worlds, the 7 of Wands. And I call him the tightrope walker too, because to me that's like straddling the divide and walking that fine line down the middle. You know.
Definitely.
You know, and bringing in both sides without going kind of too far in any direction. And then the 8 of Wands is all this energy. So everything that kind of comes and moves through you and comes towards you during that path.
And the 9 is you're kind of at the end of your rope. Yeah. And you got to make a decision where you're going next. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
So, soul ray.
The soul rays.
Think about your Rainbow Man book that I used to read to you when you were little.
Oh, I just love that book. The Rainbow Man. There was, what was it? Children that were playing with a crystal in the park, and it was making rainbows. And then he came down on the rays of the rainbows, and he took the children on a journey on the rainbow to each of the 7 rays, the lands of each color of the chakras. And
do we still have that book somewhere?
Yeah, I have it right there.
Oh.
Yeah. I have it right there.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, this woman here, she was teaching me about the chakras. And I was
She
like,
was 2.
yeah. Okay, soul rays. Here we go.
I want to go get
Which
the
ray
book.
is most prominent? You can go get the book. It's right there. It's right in that center pile on the bottom shelf
Okay.
under survival in the 21st century.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Another great one that she was reading when she was pregnant with me.
Oh yeah, here it is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet. It's all torn up.
Oh yeah, it's a well-loved copy, that's for sure. Here, you can put them back together and I'll show the crew. Hold on. I'll show the crew here. This is the book, The Rainbow Man. It's fastly falling apart. Look at this sweet little hippie family. It's so cute.
The covers come off.
The covers totally come off. I better tape it back together. But we'll show them a picture of the Rainbow Man coming down.
On the rays.
Yeah.
For taking the children. It's so sweet.
I mean, it's a little bit like,
cheesy.
No, it's a little bit creepy that some entity comes down and takes the children for a ride on the rainbow, but there he is taking them up to see the rainbow people. And it's so sweet. I mean, he takes
the front cover.
So each land has another
spirit.
And it's just, everyone is so lovely. Such beautiful explanations. I loved it. My favorite was green. Oh, it doesn't look green there. What happened there?
That's because it looks like a green screen.
It's the color green, and if we had a green screen, look at that. Dawn was just saying how she doesn't like this background of hers, but this lady, anyhow, she's actually green. That's so funny. It looks like a green screen. So if anyone needs an incredible children's book, or
probably
even
well out of print now.
Honestly, just for yourself, The Rainbow Man.
Out of print.
No, you can get old copies.
Oh, you can?
Yes.
You don't want ours though.
No,
it's falling apart.
Ours. It is heavily falling apart. And at the end, last thing, let me show them. At the end, he gives each of them a crystal. In this, of course,
she
bag.
Loved that.
Gives each of them this crystal, and look at it, it's like shiny. Oh my gosh, I just loved it. I used to sit there and just like rub the crystal all the time because my name was Crystal and I had all the rainbows inside of me,
Oh my goodness. So we walked down a little memory lane with us. And we have a soul ray. Curiosity, what ray of souls are most on earth now from 1 to 7?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, why don't we do
1 to 7?
1 to 7.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Okay.
So, first chakra, first ray.
Ace in the first chakra.
Ace in the first chakra.
Look at that.
So, and then we will go all the way along the second chakra. Interesting.
Let's give us some more room.
The second ray, the third ray. Ooh.
Yep.
We got some healing to do in the third chakra, which is the solar plexus. The third ray needs some work.
So often in the solar plexus. As soon as I see this card, I'm like, oh, solar plexus, power center.
Power.
Yeah.
It's about power. So we're working on that.
Yeah.
So instead of it being like, well, we want all these people up in the higher rays, we want a lot of people that can heal these rays, right? This is good. This is good that we've got a good root. And the sacral looks pretty healthy too. The third dimension, the third ray needs some help. Okay, fourth. Oh, waiting. So there's a lineup, a waiting. There's a waiting line.
That's the heart.
In the heart. So a lot of people are coming in to that one. I want to say the next 12 years, right? This is number 12. There's a lineup for people who are going to come in on the fourth ray, fifth ray. Strong.
Nice.
We've got
that's our
throat. Nice. So there's a lot of people.
Time to use our voices.
I wonder if this could even be like, super high percent of people are on the fifth ray.
Mm-hmm.
The sixth ray Ooh, not a lot on the 6th. So we got to
2
work on
fives.
the 3rd and the 6th. And then let's squish them together so we can make some room for the final 7th ray. 7th ray.
Yep. I had a feeling.
Okay. So we are well represented in the 7th ray, the 5th ray. We've got a lineup for the 4th ray. And the 1st and 2nd ray are well represented. So we need some support. We need people to come into the 5th, which is the heart, and also more people in the 3rd to do healing around power, and more people in the 6th to do healing around
Intuition.
But it's also our beliefs. It's our beliefs and what we like. It's sort of like our spiritual beliefs. I feel like I came in to work on this ray, the 6th.
I came in for this one.
There we go. So
I kind of vacillate, I think, in this 3rd and 4th scenario.
Yeah, and we're all here to jump in with the 4th ray. Isn't that interesting? We learned something with you all today. We didn't know that. So thank you for your great question, April.
I'm going to take a picture of that. I want a picture of it.
Okay, picture away.
I like it.
I do too.
Yeah, I think it's important to know. Let me get out my lusty trusty picture taker here.
Lusty?
I don't know. What comes before it? Lusty trusty? It's not a lusty thing?
I guess. Rolling that up.
Very, very interesting. Catching up. Cassandra's catching up in chipmunk mode so that she can catch up to where we are. Welcome, Cassandra. Better late than never, my dear.
It'll be funny to see the Rainbow Man in chipmunk mode.
We're pretty funny in chipmunk mode. Yeah, we're a good time. Good time in chipmunk mode. Okay, question. Here we go. The big T man. What impact will Trump and his 300 delegation make in Davos?
Okay. Shuffle on that, please.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I think we have room for maybe one more after that. I want to do that one next one too.
Well, yeah, we're going to fly through these. Flying through. Trump.
300 delegation make in Davos. Should we do a focus?
No.
3?
3.
I feel a focus.
Okay, fine, do it.
She said,
okay. She asks me for permission.
No, actually, I do ask
and
you for your opinion, and sometimes it feels right, and then sometimes I'm like, no, actually. Here we go. Ooh. So this is Mr.
That's
T.
why we need a focus.
Yeah, this is Mr. T.
Mm-hmm.
And what impact? Oh, legacy. Completing something that shifts the power balance in the monetary material world, corporately, materially. I mean, it's his wheelhouse, right? It's where he knows how to really strategize and move power around through moving money around. It's his number one.
Interesting. I hear the term devil's advocate.
Ooh. Yep. Devil's advocate. That's interesting, Crystal. So, 300. That's a very powerful number too. So this was tried before. I'm getting even about 3 years ago. There was something like this tried. But this is now, things have shifted. The balance of power has shifted on the planet enough that this can really change things. Oh yeah, look at that. So a new
uncharted direction,
and this is a catalyst. So a catalyst, there's a vision, and this time he's really watching what happened before and making sure that they're not going to go that way, because this has been tried before and it failed because of like not knowing your enemy well enough, is what I'm hearing. So this time, much better prepared and keeping an eye on things. Yep, look at that. It's down to the wire. Financially, patience. So we're not going to see evidence for about 5 to 7 months. It won't be like things will have shifted, but it's going to take a long time. It's like trying to stop the train, right? It takes a long time for those wheels to, and then to make it go the other direction, you have to, it has to come to a full stop, and then it slowly gets geared up and starts moving chug a chug back the other direction. So it's going to take, it could even take 5 to 7 years. It could even take to see the real result of what this, but it does feel
within 10 years though, it's going to be in place.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Cool.
Very cool. Very cool. And Suzanne says, makes me think of Spartan War with the 300 fighting the mighty Xerxes. I don't know how to say that name. I think the name was they won against a huge enemy. Yeah.
Right. That's what
precisely.
Yeah, that definitely feels right.
Okay.
Ooh, I know. I want to ask it too. Can we look at a few months in advance? Can we look at, especially, you see, I get excited about this. You all could think, why do you guys get so excited about some questions? Well, because if we just sit at our kitchen table and ask this question, we're going to get an answer, but it's not going to be as powerful an answer as with all of you tuning in, because your guidance team is with us. It's not just ours, it's all of yours. And so we get better intel the more of us who are tuning in to focus on the question. So let's really focus, everybody.
I also think we should go a little bit
$300.
over and get to call to the universe's question too. And
Okay.
then that's it.
So it's funny, $300 in silver, and we were just talking about the 300 delegates.
Yeah, this is true.
And the 300 in the Spartan War. So we've got a theme of a number coming up here. So hundreds, to me, it's the century. And the century is one of the larger markers of time. It's the time marker that we can all contemplate really easily, because we have the potential to easily live a century, right? Without too much interference. We can all ideally live at least a century. So three of a kind is a blessing, and the number 3 is synergy. So we've got that large time stamp and a synergistic blessing with the number 300.
How do you see a spread looking here?
I think we're going to let's look at the next, I'm hearing 3 months, 6 months,
9 months, 12 months.
9 months.
That's
Just to 9. 3 times 3.
Yep.
Okay. So we're going to start by looking at February. So we're looking at prices of silver, and I'm filling the middle one. Prices of silver in February. March. 2 4s. April. Something's happening in April. We've seen this before.
Coming in
February, March, April. It might drop a bit in April. Okay, I'm going to move that up a little bit. May recovers.
Coming back up.
May, June. Oh, it could go really big in June. Something could really happen in June. Oops, sorry.
You're
I looked down.
them out for yourself.
I am
for the screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
July. Ooh, markets are. And then I'm going to move it up a little bit. August. September. October. Well, Okay, so if it went up 40% from where it is right now, what's it at right now? In the US, it's at, remind us, folks, where is it right now? 80? So if it went up 40%, it would go up to about 100 and like 120. So I feel like 120 in February and March, and then in April it goes down about 10%. And then May it starts creeping back up. June and July, there's some kind of it feels like a lot of speculation.
Mm-hmm.
August,
95, 94, 95 in the US.
yeah. So
Yeah.
August and September, it could be at twice what it is right now. So or up 200, and so September, October, we could be at 300 by October.
Yeah.
Is what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
And
I don't think I don't see that or feel that it's just going to continuously skyrocket until then. Like there's going to be
some
movement around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And gold also moves.
Yes.
Like gold
That's
will make another big move.
Yeah.
So, keep both, because we've been hearing that silver is going to move really fast and completely, and I do feel like gold is going to make another big jump too.
Yeah. Keep
There we
both.
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Exciting times. There's a lot here. Trump's decided for silver to be 600 on market price.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens there. Honey C. Golden said a few years ago that she got it would go up to 18,000.
I mean, it's a little scary to me because we're going to have people literally breaking into each other's houses to steal jewelry and stuff. Like, that's a little frightening to me. Honestly, I don't know if I want to see it at that number, because there's some horrible stories, right?
Yeah.
Of people stealing stuff from each other when it gets to that point.
Yeah.
So it is precious, but so is everything else. Food is precious. Seeds are precious. And we need to spread that around. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Good point. Okay, last question.
Last question.
Yeah. I like this. Is there a place on Earth called 0 Hour where people don't age?
It's where the Rainbow Man lives.
Guess what? It's the full spectrum.
Yeah,
Is there a place on Earth called 0 Hour?
Call to the universe. That's a cool question. Thanks for that.
That's why I was like, we gotta go to this one here. Let's see.
And interesting that it's called 0 Hour, and time is where we see age comes through the frequency of time.
Did you shuffle?
I did.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. 3 cards, Crystal?
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh. We're both oohing because she's definitely a guardian of time and space.
Mm-hmm.
And she's blue, and it makes me think of the blue zones, because there's those blue zones on the planet where people live a really, really long time. So I wonder if there are places, and we know them as blue zones right now, but they have got a different time space coordinate because of maybe there hasn't been as much disruption in their time portals, like we were talking about earlier, where they, the Atlanteans really went in and messed up time and space. They really got greedy with it and tried to move stuff through time and space, and it backfired. And we've been struggling since then with loss of time, loss of harmony in time and space. That's why we age. So it feels like there's at least 2 places on Earth with a blue zone where it's closer to how time used to be, where it wasn't that people didn't age at all, but it happened so incredibly slowly. they could easily live to 2,000 years. And so it doesn't look like you're aging very fast, right? Look at that, the Garden of Eden story. So there's something about we got thrown out of the time space harmony because of the greed of going in and trying to take something from the future. We got thrown out. That was part of the Garden of Eden story. We got tempted, like maybe that apple and Eve and the snake was about tempting us to really go into
live forever. And
live forever, and also to go in and take from the future, what we need now if we can't access it right now. But they did it in a manipulative, dominant, aggressive, not very harmonious way, and it threw us off of the time into time distortion, which means that we age rapidly. Yeah. So now we're going back, almost like we want to steal time back, but we don't get to steal it back. We have to earn it back. We have to heal. We don't steal it back, we heal it back. We have to heal time. Hunza, Shangri-La, and the Himalayas are the blue zones. Thanks, April.
Yeah, April enjoys our dynamic. Thank you. It's hard earned.
It is. Hunza, Shangri-La, and the Himalayas. So there are places where that time. And it's interesting because even in the Middle East, where we consider that this major disruption likely happened, which is connected to Atlantis somehow, even there are kind of, I want to say, well, I'm hearing that there's organic remnants of healthy time space life. And some of how we're going to heal it is through renaturing the planet, like rewilding it, even bringing back, I think about they've been able to bring back those date palm seeds from 2000
Yeah,
BC.
remember I shared that news story.
And now they can propagate a tree that has been extinct for 2,000 years. It's like we're going to see more of that, and it's going to help us heal this time space.
Yeah, because right now we're fighting for this. We're fighting to be the most youthful, we're trying to steal it again. We're trying to steal it again.
Yeah. So we don't get it back from that. We get it forward by healing this
our perception.
Disruption.
Yeah. I just want to speak to this. What's coming in for love? I do suggest tuning in if you have the space and time. Tuning into my upcoming show on the Beyond Mystic channel, Beyond Karma, this afternoon at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific. For any of those more personal questions, I'd love to look at what's coming in for love. Let's do it. Let's all come together and look at love. One of my favorite topics happens to be share love. So in all forms. Any closing remarks, Mama?
Well, I really appreciate the questions today. They're always beautiful, and thank you for being here. We enjoy doing these shows, and we plan to continue doing them months and years into the future.
Yeah, we just love spending time with all of you. So
Definitely.
Thank you for tuning in. Let's keep on growing and sharing all of this with the world. And we're blessed and honored to have each one of you tuning in with us every week. So thanks for being here, and see y'all next Tuesday.